Have you noticed that everywhere you go now, everyone is always asking for a tip? You know the scenario. Hey man, good to see you. Oh hey, good to see you too. The usual, vanilla latte, extra cream, large, hot. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, that'll be $5.35. Great, now just a quick question. That's what I'm talking about! Why would I tip in that situation? Sure, the guy was nice and remembered me, but I'm already paying top dollar for that damn coffee. And he's already getting paid hourly to take my order. It's not like he's doing more to go above and beyond to give me exceptional service. He's just taking my order and pressing some buttons on his screen to submit my order and take payment. And this is starting to happen across the board for any transaction. For example, the other day I wanted some ice cream. I didn't have any at home, and I sure as heck wasn't about to go all the way to the store to buy a whole tub of it. So I decided on the next best thing. Convenient and quick self-serve frozen yogurt. So I walk into this frozen yogurt shop. Again, self-serve frozen yogurt. I grab my own cup, I fill it up myself, I add my own toppings, and I walk everything to the front counter to pay. Not once did I interact with anyone working there until I was ready to pay. And this stupid tip question popped up again! Why? Why is this everywhere I go? And in a froyo spot of all places. A completely self-serve establishment wants me to tip? What's next? Tipping the self-checkout kiosk? Are we gonna start tipping all the AI robots that take our jobs too? All I'm saying is if that happens, it better come with a blowjob. All these new tip expectations are making every single super basic experience I have, like going for ice cream, getting coffee, getting takeout, super awkward, and I don't like it. So I've decided I'm going to create myself a little guideline that'll make it easier for me to decide whether I tip or not. That way, I can make sense of all this shit and not feel like an absolute douchebag when I click skip when asked that godforsaken leave a tip question. Example number 1. I will tip if I'm at a restaurant and the service is amazing. They're already gonna get the base minimum of 15% or whatever, but if they go above and beyond, then they'll earn themselves a few extra bucks. I think that's fair, there's incentive. I may even start telling them from the get-go, like, listen here, buddy, I got these little George Washington greenbacks in my pocket with your name on it, and a bunch of his twin buddies are gonna come out and join you if you put on a hell of a show for me tonight. And if this waiter or waitress sucks massive donkey balls, then that 15% base minimum will be reduced to absolutely nothing. I'm not handing out any participation trophies on my watch. I expect this guy to scare the living shit out of me half the time as I'm in deep conversation with my hot date. And this guy just pops up out of nowhere to refill water and remove unneeded plates and asking me if I need anything else to the point where I loathe his return. I expect to see sweating because he's busy running around, doing this not only for me, but for everyone. This guy's getting like 13 George Washingtons for sure from me. Now here's an example where I'm not going to tip anything. If I'm tipping anything in this aforementioned scenario, it'll be my average size nuts in their gaping mouths as they stand in shock when I hit the damn skip button. Now, we've already been through this ass-backwards tip after a self-serving scenario, but here's something a little less obvious. Let's say I want some pizza. I have two options here. I get it delivered, or I go pick it up myself. I might decide to go pick it up because I only have $10 frickin' in my wallet. And me trying to be considerate, knowing that I don't have any money to tip the guy, I'll take my ass all the way across to the other side of town to pick it up myself. And when I get there, the guy will still be asking for a tip that I don't have at checkout. This is the prime example of when you confidently click that skip button with a big smile on your face. Push that skip button several times, multiple taps. Okay, I know it's not the cashier's fault. It's really the company. They're the ones asking for the tip because they want to continue paying this guy a slave's wage to survive in an economy where a cardboard box house on the road will run you $1.5 million. So apparently, other broke people, like myself, are supposed to be the ones that help it suck a little bit less for the poor guy behind the counter. But fuck that! The only tip you're gonna see in this scenario, again, is my super average size nuts being gargled down your throat. Can I get a hell yeah? Basically, the guideline is pretty simple. If there's an element in the transaction where the person is going as far as to provide full service from the order, running the food out, refilling drinks, driving their vehicle to deliver something, and overall trying to make my experience a more pleasant or convenient one, then yes, I don't mind leaving a nice tip for the effort and the convenience. But if I have to do all that shit myself, and then I get to the guy or girl behind the counter and have to simply pay them a tip on top of the price for whatever it is I'm buying just because they exist there, then they are shit out of luck. Sorry, but not really. I would, however, be more than happy to leave my incredibly average-sized nuts on the counter for them to marvel and all at.